Hi, welcome to Grow Your Passive Income Through Real Estate Investing, a presentation by Strive Wealth Builders. My name is Deetra Harris, and I'm the Managing Director for Strive Wealth Builders. Our office and training center is located at 828 San Pablo Avenue, Suite 106C in Albany, California. We're located in the San Francisco Bay Area. You can reach me at deetra@strivewealthbuilders.com, or you can feel free to give me a phone call at any time at 510-613-3273. Now, before we get started with our presentation, I'm going to need about a half hour of your time. So therefore, now is the time to press that pause button. And if you choose to have a beverage or your favorite cocktail or a snack, please press the pause button, go and get that, come back and sit down in a relaxing place and enjoy the presentation. What is Strive Wealth Builders? So we're a business club for real estate investors. Collectively, we practice 6 personal development principles and money-making techniques to help us stay on track with growing our passive income through real estate investing. Now, what makes us different from other real estate investment clubs? So there are many real estate investment clubs. We all share a passion for real estate investing. So I highly suggest that you also attend as many networking uh, uh, events as you can possibly attend, in addition to joining our business club for real estate investors. So what sets us apart is that we practice personal development as well as wealth building, which is building wealth through real estate investing. We believe that the key to financial independence is through real estate investing, multiple streams of income, which involve other types of investing as well. But our club is ideal for real estate professionals, industry professionals, and like-minded individuals. Anyone who desires to live financially independent is welcome to join our club. Now, let me share with you our club menu. So this is all the ways that you can take advantage of being a member of Strive Wealth Builders. So we start with the presentation, which is our introductory presentation, and that's what you're attending today. As I'm going to share some of the insight of how we do business with each other, some of your benefits, also how you can make money in real estate investing, grow your passive income, grow your wealth ratio, and some of the markets that we are involved in. So thank you for attending this presentation, and I'm happy that you have decided to take a look at Strive Wealth Builders introductory and perhaps join us today. That would be lovely to have you join us today. So one of the things we hold monthly is our general members meeting. That is the second Thursday of the month at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, due to COVID, we have definitely have scaled, and now we are in 4 different states, and we have different investors from all over the United States and some out of the country that's chiming into our programming. So I'm really happy to scale and to offer our services across the United States and in other areas, not just locally. Nonetheless, our general members meeting, please chime in, is online the second Thursday, 6:30 p.m. We also have Strive Real Estate Investing Series. So that is a 6-month training course for usually your new beginning investors who would like to know more about investing and to get them started. So that's a 6-month one-on-one session course. It offers multifamily, single-family investing, and fix and flip investing. We also talk about personal development skills, which is highly important in maintaining your real estate business. We talk about goal setting and vision board. We also talk about how important it is to maintain a positive credit score and building business credit. We also talk about your financial status and financial planning as a part of that series as well. So it's a great series, and many of our program participants and also our clients have graduated from that series, and now they're making passive income. So I welcome you to join the Strive Real Estate Investing Series. Once you become a member, you will get discounts on that series. Our training center, please visit our website at strivewealthbuilders.com and you'll be able to visit our training center. There we also offer training for the beginning, the sophisticated, and the accredited investor. So we have all different levels of experience, training for different experienced investors, depending on what your level of experience is. And we'll talk a little bit about that in this presentation. Every Monday at 6 o'clock, which is my favorite, is the deal flow. So the deal flow, we invite it is exclusively to participants of the Strive Real Estate Investing Series. Every Monday, we discuss our deals. We discuss how to fund our deals, how to find deals. Oftentimes, we bring in professionals as well, lenders, insurance providers, as banking institutions to discuss how we can be prepared when we need to apply for a loan, or real estate agents that may come in to give us some knowledge on the market and so on. So I love attending the Monday deal flow, and let's get our deals flowing. So that's what this is all about. Strive Bucks is real money that we offer our members, and I'll give you some more details about that at the end of the presentation. So stay tuned for that. Thrive Business Book Club. We call it the BBC, and that's bi-monthly. It's our business book club, which another one of our great events that we have in Strive Wealth Builders. We come together and we share the books that we are reading and what we're passionate about. And then after the meeting, we do share the recommended books to our membership. So you'll get an email following the meeting, at least 1 or 2 days after the meeting. We'll send you a list of recommended books that we are reading collectively in our book club. Poppin' Tuesdays, that's our deal board and professional industry directory. So Poppin' Tuesday comes out every Tuesday by 7 o'clock p.m. On our website, once you become a member, you can log into your account and go to your Poppin' Tuesday deal board. There is a list of deals. So our members are allowed to post their deals, as well as our real estate agents are allowed to post off-market deals and or some of their listings that they feel that our membership would be attracted to, and then feel free to contact the project manager of those deals and negotiate, close that deal. That's what this is all about: closing deals, finding deals, funding deals, and closing deals. Those three, that's what we believe in. Also, a part of that deal board, we have our professional industry directory. So if you're seeking attorney, if you're seeking general contractors or insurance providers or tax planners, you may be right now, your project may be a fix and flip, so you need flooring. For instance, so we have different professional industry providers that's a part of that directory. We believe in sharing and networking within our organization, within our network. So I highly suggest that you get in contact with those members as a part of Strive Wealth Builders and do business with them. Money Talk Expo. Unfortunately, we wasn't able to hold Money Talk Expo this May due to COVID. And we're all looking forward to recovering from COVID-19, and hopefully that will happen soon. In the meantime, we have rescheduled the Money Talk Expo to next year in 2021 in May. And that's a annual event where we bring all of our members together from all different areas, speakers and presentations, presenters come together and share a wealth of information with our industry providers, with our investors on how to build their and scale their real estate business. So I welcome you to sign up. We are opening registration for this December, and we are really planning and hoping that we'll be able to host this event in May of 2021. So we'll keep you posted about that event. We also have special guest speakers and presenters that attend our monthly general members meeting. It ranges from service professionals to real estate investors that would like to share either their product with you and services, or they'll bring some important information to investors that we need to know, specifically in COVID-19. There's a lot of lending changes that's going on. The unemployment rate has skyrocketed. A lot of our investors that's are commercial investors, they are having some struggles and some challenges. So we have brought in the experts that can share with us how we can recover from COVID and how we can move through this wave and still be successful. And then also, as we know, as investors, most often when we're in a recession or a downturn in our economy, that's the time for us to take advantage of the market. And usually we can buy low at that point. So several of our investors, as we talk about in our meetings, they're liquidating their assets so they can be prepared for any recession that's coming, or any when the values are starting to be lower um, in certain markets. Now is the time to take advantage of that. We also have business social networks and mixers. Due to COVID, unfortunately, we've had to conduct online networking events, which is working. But I have to say that I really miss hosting our networking events in our office and training center in Albany. That's a time for us to come together and share our resources. We also have a little appetizers, a little wine if you like a little wine, and it just kind of gets you in the mood for talking about money, which I love to talk about. So I'm hoping, again, as we recover from COVID, we can get back to our live events the beginning of next year. For the rest of the year, we are hosting online events. Our Strive Wealth Builder Academy coming soon. I'm really excited to roll this out. This is an online training courses that you can find online, and then you can go through at your own time. You can navigate through these training programs and at your own time. And these are not live; these are all pre-recorded and online training courses. So look forward to that. We are still working out the details of the Strive Wealth Builders Academy, so that will be coming soon. My absolute favorite is SWB Delivers. That's how we give back. So we give back in many, many different ways. I'll talk a little bit about Strive Real Estate at the end of the presentation. We are advocates for affordable housing, so we give back in many ways. We also have coat drives and soup kitchens. We help elderly and senior housing program participants and tenants to thrive. We've been delivering food to some of the senior communities in the time of COVID. So this is our philanthropy, and we give back, and that's what this is all about, is giving back. So I love participating. I'm a community activist, and so this just really makes me happy. So please join in for that. Now, what does Strive Wealth Builders mean? So this is highly important. Again, this sets us aside from your average real estate investing cloud. One of the things that is really important, my husband and I, unfortunately, we both experienced some layoffs from corporate America. It happened to me in 2014. It happened to my husband in 2015. And that's one of the reasons why we decided to launch, and we found Strive Wealth Builders, and we organized our organization, and that has only helped us, but we opened our platform up to help many people recover from debt. And so what's really important is develop a personal development practice that not only helps you to stay focused, but it helps you to get out of debt, to look at your financial status, and to make the necessary changes that you need in your life. So that's a part of Strive. So there's two parts to Strive Wealth Builders. The acronym for Strive is sacrifice, truth, relationship, integrity, value, and education. And we practice these 6 principles on a rotating schedule every month. So we begin in January with sacrifice. We move through truth, relationship, integrity, and value, and education in that next 6 months. And then we start over again, evaluating and assessing and looking back to make sure that we are staying on track. So we start over again in July with sacrifice. And then we move through truth, relationship, integrity, value, and education through the end of the year, which means December. So, Strive represents the personal development aspects of Strive Wealth Builders, which is highly important. This is very important for not only you to have the talents to bring in the money to close your deals, but it's important to have the brains to keep it, to keep your money, and to invest wisely and make great financial decisions and take less risk. So that's what our personal development aspect, and that's what we practice because we know how important that is in order for you to be successful in your real estate career. The second part of Strive Wealth Builders is wealth building, and we talk a lot about wealth ratios and wealth building, and wealth builders represent wealth building, and that's the side of building your real estate business, building your wealth. We highly encourage our members um, to build wealth, legacy wealth, to pass down generation to generation, and to keep it into our communities and help everyone thrive. So it's very important that we practice these 6 principles that helps us to take control of our lives and to build our real estate business successful. That leads to our wealth management plan. So, as a part of our Strive 6 principles, the wealth management plan falls under the first principle, which is sacrifice. And what we do, we practice 5 components of sacrifice. That would be health, risk, financial, investment, and life. So we all know, in particular, this really resonates in this time of COVID. We've practiced these principles, my husband and I, and other members of Strive, for the last 7 years. So we've been in business now for 7 years, and we practice these principles. And not knowing that COVID would hit right now, but I can't tell you how valuable it has been for my family and for a lot of the members that are a part of Strive that actually practice these principles, how it has helped us to survive through the COVID 19 era, as I would say. Starting with health, COVID, coronavirus. It's a health matter. It's a health issue. Unfortunately, we've lost a lot of Americans and loved ones as a result of COVID 19. So the 20% of balance of our balance in our wealth management plan is health. Health management, making sure you're healthy, eating properly, doing the things that it takes um, to feel healthy, to look healthy, and to feel good every day. It's impossible for you to run your real estate business if you are not healthy, or to help anyone if you are not healthy. So 20% of our balance is health. Next, 20% is risk management, making sure that you have sufficient emergency funds set aside, that you are prepared for emergencies. COVID-19 is certainly an emergency situation. So that falls under COVID as well. It's amazing um, uh, the practices that we present to our members, and under COVID, we have had to make sure that we uh, bring this to the forefront to our members and to new members to practice. I assure you, there will be other emergencies on the outside of COVID, unfortunately. So we have to be prepared for all emergencies. So risk management is very important. Financial management. Where are you with your financial planning? Financial planning is highly important. A lot of real estate investors that are new, and I talk to them, and they share with me what their financial status is, and oftentimes I hear that they will take money that they do not have and invest into real estate, and they're absolutely not ready yet. So we highly suggest that you start with looking at your financial planning for your household expenses, and then move into real estate investing when it's appropriate, according to where you are with your financial planning and your status. So, financial planning is highly important. So, financial management. Investment management, if you have investments, you have passive income coming in, are your assets protected? What type of investments do you have coming in as your passive income? And how will you grow your portfolio to accumulate additional wealth? And how's that working out for you? So we talk about investment management also. And then lastly, your life. That's you. That's you spending time with you, with your family, your loved ones, and which creates 100% balance in your life. And so we practice these five components, which is a part of the Strive principles, which again is sacrifice, making sacrifices in your life to build wealth, and then truth, telling yourself the truth about your financial status in order for you to make changes. And then also relationships are very important in order to build a successful real estate business in any business. Relationships are highly important. Integrity speaks for itself. Integrity, right? Trust, being trustworthy. Who's going to give you money if they don't trust you? Okay, so you have to be trustworthy. You have to show up in your business. Also, value you, and others will value you as well. And then, of course, education. We all need to education in order to be successful and to avoid making the mistakes that that other people have made mistakes in real estate and in other business investments. So we offer a Strive principle workbook that digs deeper into the Strive principles that I've just shared with you. We also offer Strive principle series, which is a workshop that allows us to dig deeper into each of these principles and how you apply those principles in your everyday life. For our members of Strive, there is a 30% discount, so you can pick up the workbook online for $17.49. Now, you should be able to invest $17.49 into your personal growth, um, development of your life uh, in order to move forward with your real estate career. So I highly suggest starting there. So let's get into this. All right, passive income. So what is passive income? All right, so this can be a really long definition, and but we're going to keep it really short here for lack of time. So the American Revenue defines passive income as only coming from two sources: rental activity, trade, or business activities in which you do not materially participate. So that could literally mean you're making money in your sleep, which I love, making money in my sleep. Now, there's a lot of different variations to that. Which we will not get into this presentation, and we talk a lot about passive income. And for your beginning investors, this may be a little foreign to you. Nonetheless, we will definitely share more insight with you on how to build your passive income and actually what that means in terms of your reporting when you're filing your tax returns, and also the type of investments that you choose to invest in. But nonetheless, passive income is is rental activity. So rental income is considered passive income. And there's other ways to make passive income as well. Stocks, dividends that you may have coming in from different business resources is also considered passive income. If you own a business that you do not materially participate in, that's considered passive income as well. So and again, we talk a lot about this in our meetings and in our different workshops and training sessions. Sorry, no passive income. So that means if you have a job, that's not passive income. If you're self-employed, that's not passive income. If you have to get up and work every day as a self-employed individual, if you're a contractor, if you're a real estate agent, with all due respect, because I'm self-employed, I still file a 1040 with a Schedule C. Getting away from that. Some of my tax planners have said you don't need to do that anymore, but I still do it anyways. So yes, if you're self-employed, that's not considered passive income. I'm a realtor. I'm a licensed realtor here in California, and I've worked in the property management industry for the last 30 years, managing multifamily apartment buildings, large portfolios of assets for other investors. So I've decided a couple of years ago to leave corporate America and run my own show, and I can't tell you how excited I am and doing well. So that is, sorry, no passive income, and the IRS does not identify having a job or being self-employed as as passive income. So we want to get you to the point where you're earning passive income and growing your wealth. So what is wealth ratio? This is a term we use quite often. We measure our wealth ratio by a formula that we use. And that formula is your passive income divided by your household monthly expenses. So on this slide, I have a couple of examples of that. On your left side here, we have your ratio goal, which is 1.0%. We highly encourage our members to break even. And break it even meaning your passive income is equivalent to your household monthly expenses. So let's say, for example, if your household expenses are 5,000 per month and your passive income is 7,000 per month, you want to divide 7,000 by 5,000. That will give you a wealth ratio of 1.4%. So that would be your wealth ratio, 1.4%. Now that exceeds your break even of 1.0%. So what breaks even? Everyone is different. Everyone's household financial status is different. So you'll have to determine what this means for you. Now, if your expenses are 5,000 and your passive income is 5,000, that's breaking even, because if you divide 5,000 by 5,000, that will give you 1.0%. So we go a little bit deeper into our ratios, our wealth ratio levels, and I'll give you an example of that. In your membership package, once you join, if you are new to Strive Wealth Builders, we include what we call the wealth ratio levels. And how this works is that it's a scale that determines your level of passive income. And for instance, there's an illustration example that we share, which simply means that if you invest $500 into real estate, um, and you get a 4% return on your investment, that's $20. You divide that $20 by 12, your monthly passive income is $1.66. So you're on the board of this scale, of the wealth ratio scale for Strive Wealth Builders, if you are making $1.66 a month in passive income. Now, of course, we want you to exceed that. And that is the goal. We want you to at least break even and beyond and exceed your break even point um, by either monitoring your expenses and lowering your expenses, or if your expenses are, for instance, 5,000 a month, then we want your goal to be to build your passive income to 5,000 per month and exceed that. So what we do every month at our members meeting, we give achievement awards to those members that are um, um, that have exceeded their break-even point, or just are getting on the board, meaning they're getting started with gaining their passive income, and that would be level one. So at level one, that means you're on the board at $1.66. So at a minimum, you've invested $500 into real estate. And yes, you can. You can start with as little as $500 into real estate. Um, you're at least on the board at $1.66. Then you want to move up to level 2, which means you're bringing in $2,500 in passive income. Now, again, everyone's situation is different in terms of their financial status. So you have to look at your financial planning, your financial plan, and determine where you fit on this scale. Nonetheless, breaking even is level 3, and that means that your household expenses are equivalent to your passive income, and that takes you to level 3, and so on. So as you can see on this scale, we monitor our investors' growth, and we would like for you to exceed 16%, which means that's level 10, and you're making about $80,000 a month in passive income at level. Now, how much money will you need? Now, we talked a little bit about just a second ago. I shared with you that you can invest in real estate with as little as $500. I can share some of those tips with you once you join our business club for real estate investors. For a better illustration of how much money you will need, I'd like for you to determine your level of experience. We have all different types of investors. That's a part of our network, and they are at many different levels. So we service the beginning, the sophisticated, and accredited investor. And let's talk a little bit about that. So your accredited investor usually will have a net worth of 1 million plus. And they can take advantage of a lot more investment opportunities than your sophisticated investor and certainly your beginning investor. Your sophisticated investor usually have 50,000 net worth plus. Your beginning investor usually have under 50,000 of net worth. And so they're at the beginning stages of growing their passive income, or perhaps they're looking at financial planning first, and they're just, they're at the beginning stages of growing their real estate business and just getting started. So the first thing we highly suggest is that you set goals, you determine where you are financially, and you set goals and you develop a financial plan before moving forward with your investment business. For those that are sophisticated investors and accredited investors, they have already established a financial plan. They also have passive income through real estate investing. They may have at least 5 properties or more. Then we have other opportunities for those investors buy advanced courses or other investment opportunities. But if you're just beginning, and this is new for you, you might consider with starting as little as $500 investing and creating your financial plan. Let's talk a little bit about more how much money can you make? Well, that's endless. I can say that. That's really up to you. Everyone is different, and everyone has a different financial plan and goals. So that's one. But I have a few examples here that I want to share with you. So there's many ways to invest into real estate, many ways. For I have a couple of samples here, examples here that are very common, which will be single family, fix and flip, and wholesale. Those are very common ways of investing into real estate that we hear a lot about, especially on HGTV, which I love. So you hear the fix and flippers, you hear on the radio, and we have a ton of opportunities for investors, experts in the field that are teaching classes and sharing information about how to invest in real estate. So that's a whole nother conversation about that. We believe that the money that you invest, definitely education is highly important. That's the E in Strive is education. So we support education, but we rather for you to invest your money in real estate as opposed to spending thousands of dollars in workshops, in seminars, and in these webinars that usually your shelf their books and their CDs. So In saying that, a few ways. So there's a lot of different ways. We have foreclosures. I'm sure you've heard of that. We have probate and shadow inventories, and all different types of ways you can invest in real estate. Also, commercial real estate, retail, industrial, office buildings. Right now, the COVID, our commercial investors, they've been hit really hard. So we're trying to work with them and finding ways that they will be able to recover from this emergency state that we're in. But your multifamily and your single family investing markets are still thriving under COVID. And as a matter of fact, 92% nationally, renters have paid rent through COVID. So we do have a lot of moratoriums in place, and we do have tenants that are unable to pay rent, that are unemployed or have been laid off. But for the most part, the rental industry is still thriving, which means that we're in a good place under the COVID-19 guidelines. There's a few examples here that I'll share with you that you can make money. So, for instance, if you're interested in single family investing, okay, I have an example here, illustration on the slide that indicates if you purchase a property for 100,000, not here in California, by the way. That's why we're really big on out-of-state investing. Nonetheless, for this illustration, can you purchase a single-family home for 100,000? Absolutely, you can. And out of state, we've done it many times. So yes, you can find deals like that out of state. Um, so the purchase price is 100,000. Typically, this kind of goes back to how much money will I need. So if you decide that you want to purchase a single family home, um, or any investment property for that matter, the standard down payment will be 20 to 25% of the purchase price, plus your closing costs. But for this particular illustration, your down payment is 25,000, which is a 25% down payment on that 100,000. Your rental income, you're going to rent it out to a renter. So add $800 a month for the rent. Now, out of that rent payment from your tenant, you're going to pay your mortgage, your taxes, you're going to pay your insurance, you're going to pay other expenses out of that. Now, say that that's $600 a month that's costing you to manage that property and pay all of the expenses that's associated with that property. Your profit will be now $200 a month. So annually, that's $2,400. Now that seems really small, but that gets your feet in the door and it gets you some experience, okay? So for instance, if you take that one single family home that you just purchased this year, you add two more of those homes the beginning of next year or maybe in another 6 months. Now you have three properties, so you times that 24 by 3, that's your passive income coming in. You continue to grow your real estate business by purchasing and renting out single family homes, and then you can continue to move up the scale and with your passive income by either refinancing or selling and then buying more property, or maybe move into multifamily and make even more passive income. So that's one example. What's really big is fix and flips. We hear a lot of that. And as a matter of fact, under COVID-19, a lot of your experts are saying go back to fix and flip right now and buy some single family homes right now. That's the way we want to go, because unfortunately, in the next few months, we're going to have a huge vacancy rate in your multifamily housing. So we keep monitoring, and it's very important to understand the trends and the stats and keep abreast of what's happening in the market. That's highly important in order to protect your assets and know when to exit, when it's time to exit a property or a market. Nonetheless, we have a lot of fix and flippers in our network as well. So this illustration, it provides the same numbers. $100,000, you purchase a property that needs rehab, that needs some work, value add, for $100,000. You're going to rehab that property, and then what you're going to have holding costs as well, meaning that what holding costs mean is that it's taking you 60 days to hold that property, and during those 60 days, you still have to pay some expenses on that. You may have mortgage, utility costs, and so on that for your holding costs. So you want to make sure you calculate that number as well. And I see that oftentimes fix and flippers they miss that in their analysis is calculating the holding costs. So for this particular illustration, your holding cost, your rehab and your holding cost is 50,000. So that's 150,000 that is taking you to invest in this property. Then when you flip it, you sell it for 225,000. Now be careful with fix and flips, because again, I highly suggest if you're new to this business and this is your first fix and flip project, either partner with someone or have a mentor that could because there's a lot of things that can go wrong with fix and flip. So you want to make sure that you're very knowledgeable before you move into a fix and flip project, but it can be very profitable fix and flips and making your passive income. So you sell the property for 225, and you want to put that on the market and get it sold pretty quickly within 30, 60 days, and then you have a profit of 75,000. Now, if you have two or three of those, you're looking pretty good in your passive income. Bringing that income in, and then again, a lot of new investors they start with wholesaling or fix and flip and single family homes is kind of standard, just to get their feet wet in this business, and then booyah, you're a millionaire. That's what we're all trying to get, right? Okay, so wholesaling, that's another very popular way of getting in this game is wholesaling. You purchase a property for 100,000, and then you want to find an end buyer. So you have the contract under your name, the offer has been accepted. Then there's other different types of paperwork and agreements you have to submit into your escrow before it closes. You find an end buyer that's going to purchase the property for more than what you purchased it for. So for this illustration, they purchased it for 120,000, and your profit is 20,000, and basically you didn't have to do any work other than find the property, find an end buyer, and then you profit on that. So we often have a lot of newbies into this business that start off with wholesaling, and as investors we love wholesalers because they bring us the good deals. And so we love our off-market deals from real estate agents, and we love wholesalers that can bring us those deals as well. So where do I start? Okay, so this is how you can get started. So we like for you to become a member of Strive World Builders, which is absolutely no cost to join our network. And determine your level of experience. So we talked about accredited investors. Accredited investors, they have many options. They can consider partnership, ventures, syndication opportunities, capital venture projects, private placements, and so on. So they have a lot more investment opportunities than maybe the sophisticator and certainly the beginner will have starting out the box. Sophisticated investors may consider adding their deal to our weekly deal board called Poppin' Tuesdays, and I share it with you. That's our deal board. If you have a project, if you have a deal that you would like to have a joint venture partner, or if you're looking for private lenders to help you with that down payment money, or that's raising the capital that you need, you might want to include your deal on our deal board for other investors to assess and evaluate and give you a call, and you can negotiate that deal. Also, it's a way for your portfolio to grow as well. So if you're a sophisticated investor and you're looking for a great deal, then you may want to visit the deal board to see if there's another investor within the network that you can work with on some of your projects. Beginners are encouraged to begin attending educational workshops. Get to know the business. Start your financial planning. Assess where you are. How much money do you need? And network with the other members and project managers. Also review the deal board. We have a lot of single family homes that investors are proposing, and oftentimes our investors, our beginning investors, have joint partners with some of our sophisticated investors for as little as $5,000 and make a substantial return in just 1 year. and they get the experience, and then now they're ready to purchase their own properties, establish their LLCs, and move forward with their with growing their portfolios. We also loved working with banks and lenders, of course, because leverage is the key. And so we also welcome our lenders and bankers to join our network, um, provide educational materials to our investors, and come in and provide a presentation of the products. Lenders have different terms, so it's very important for you to understand how the lending game works. Highly, highly, highly important. Right? It saves you a lot of time in the long run when you're looking for a loan, and you find out after spending, a few weeks with a lender that you don't qualify. Then you have to start over again. Been there, done that. Don't want to go there. So, also brokers, real estate agents, and wholesalers. As I said, we love, love, love you because you bring those deals to us that we need. So we're all looking for good deals, and that's kind of the story of our lives. I spend a lot of time looking at deals and assessing deals, and the full time investor will at least close at least 5 deals a year or more. So if you are a serious full-time investor, you will definitely have to establish relationships with real estate agents, wholesalers, and brokers to make sure that you have a great deal flow coming through your door. So that's highly important. And we have several real estate agents, wholesalers, and brokers that are part of our network that you can network with as well, and get on their list of their distribution list for when they have good deals. They'll shoot it out to you so you can jump on that bandwagon. Industry professionals are also encouraged to join our network and provide professional services to our investor members, such as attorneys and insurance providers and general contractors, flooring, painting, all of these types of different professionals we work with. We need our industry professionals and our service providers to work with and to get good deals, and that's trustworthy and that do good business. So these are the ways that you can get started once you join Strive Wealth Builders. I talked at the beginning when I shared with you our club members, our club menu, our Strive Bucks. So this is a handy tool for beginning investors. So there are beginning investors that are really new to this industry. Not only new, they may have some issues with their credit, a low credit score, so they're working on building their credit. They may be living from paycheck to paycheck in debt. So there's some work that you have to do before you're ready to invest in real estate. So one of the things that we have done that has seemed to help those individuals under those circumstances is to help them get started. And one of the ways we do that is if you refer your colleagues and friends and family or anyone to Strive that joins, we give you $1 per referral. If that person participates in any of our workshops, training, any of our training courses, we give you $10. And if they participate in the 6-month course for Strive Real Estate Series, we give you $100. So we do have some investors that take advantage of that, and some are really, really aggressive. For instance, Patricia here, she actually in 1 month she was able to gain $538 in 1 month from this benefit that we provide to our investor members, and that helped her to get some training done that she needed, some financial planning that she needed, and to get on track so she can purchase her first property. So that's available to all members. So when someone, be sure if you do refer someone, there is in our membership application, it asks who referred you. It's very important that you let them know. So please put your name there, and that's how we do the tracking of that. Okay, on. So let's talk about some of the hot markets. One of the really important aspects of real estate investing is to keep on top of the market. What's going on from employment? What corporations are moving out of one market and into another market. You may look at military housing and what's going on with your colleges and how you can take advantage of different markets depending on your expertise and your strategy for building your portfolio. So we do look at U.S. stats often. As a matter of fact, we have several accredited investors and other advanced instructors. They provide us with stats, and we look at the different trends um, from all over the United States. So this is a short list of U.S. market stats of the hot markets on your left here, as you can see from San Bernardino through Atlanta, Georgia. There's a top 20 list that's produced, and I also always keep abreast of those hot markets. So at some point, and as we move on in different meetings, I'll share with you my opinion on investing into the hot markets that's produced by our experts, which I highly respect. I usually go against the grain when they say move into a market or move away from a market. I'm usually going to that market instead of moving away from that market because I have found value in doing so. Usually, if they have a market that's hot, I guarantee you thousands of investors are moving into that market, and then within a short period of time, the prices go up. So be careful about markets and trends. However, I highly suggest that you keep yourself abreast of the market and look at the different trends and what's going on in our economy, which is highly important in real estate, specifically Wall Street and lending and our economy. Now, Strive Real Estate LLC. Strive Real Estate LLC is an investment firm. This is a completely separate business from Strive Wealth Builders. Often people get it mixed up. Well, Strive Wealth Builders is a business club for real estate investors. We're a network. Strive Real Estate LLC, we're an investment firm and we invest, and that's where we hold our assets. So our criteria is 5 to 20 units, and we only look at multifamily units that have an affordable component to it. So yes, we truly believe in market rate housing, but when we do purchase market rate housing, we will lower the rents below the market rate, or we will definitely accept Section 8 on all of our properties. We're currently in 4 states and looking to move into Georgia as well as Florida. And I didn't put Florida on here. We need to add Florida. So those are 2 markets that we're looking to move into. But on your right side of the screen, these are our markets, specifically Dayton, Ohio. Not also are we in Dayton, but we also have Fairborn, we have Garfield Heights in Ohio, and also Cleveland, Ohio. And then we're looking at other markets in Ohio. I happen to love Ohio market, me personally. So for some reason, I continue to look for properties there and find some good deals. We also have the properties in Chicago and Oakland and out in Texas. So the Texas market, in my opinion, is very close to the market here in the Bay Area. In terms of property, the asking price and property value. So, I'm starting to, not exit out of Texas, but I have to say that I'm looking more at properties here in California as opposed to Texas because the price point is so close together. I live here in California, might as well invest in California if I'm going to buy a property that is equivalent to 20 units in Texas. Dayton, Chicago, Oakland, Vallejo, Dallas, Atlanta, Las Vegas, and Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, we're getting our feet wet in Nashville because one of our investor members just happened to say, you have got to buy property in Nashville, so we decided to check it out. So we're learning a little bit more about Nashville, Tennessee, although they've had some issues there not long ago. We're still looking at that market as well as far as expanding in that market. So I highly encourage you to look at some of the markets that you may be interested in, and don't be afraid to look at out of state investing. Um, we talk a lot about that, and I'm not shy to invest out of state. I've had my ups and downs with out of state investing, particularly in Detroit. I didn't have a good experience there, but nonetheless, you learn the business and you know what to do and what not to do as you move forward. So how do you stay on track? Join Strive today. Do not wait. So we would love to have you join us. Again, we are a business club for real estate investors. We believe the key to financial independence is through real estate investing. We do not charge a fee to join. We make our money through investing in real estate, right? And we main our expenses in other ways too that we bring in money, so we don't charge a membership fee. Um, I would love to see you and meet you in person after you join and share resources. Again, our members meeting is the second Thursday of the month at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please chime in. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can visit our website and join. Also, there's a contact page. In addition to my information is at the beginning of the slides here, but there's a contact page on our website that you can call me or send me an email, and I'll be happy to chat with you. Please spread the word, and I hope to see you at one of our meetings. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and hope to see you soon. Take care.